Someone paid off your mortgage this morning, the bank called to tell me. I've been estranged from my entire family for 12 years. I made the woman repeat herself 3 times. A wire transfer that morning for the exact remaining balance, $147,000, paid in full. I asked who sent it, and she said she couldn't disclose that information. The transfer came through a law firm downtown, and that was all she knew. I hung up and sat at my kitchen table trying to make sense of it. I hadn't spoken to my parents since I was 26. My brother had blocked me years ago. My sister sent one text on my 30th birthday that said, "I hope you're happy with your choices," and never contacted me again. Nobody from my old life had my address, my phone number, or any reason to give me that kind of money. The estrangement happened the way these things do, slowly at first, then all at once. I met David in graduate school. He was kind, driven, everything I'd ever wanted. He was also from a background my family didn't approve of. My father called a family meeting 2 weeks before our wedding, sat me down in the living room where I'd grown up, and told me I had a choice. I could be part of this family, or I could marry that man, but not both. He said it calmly, like explaining something obvious to a child. My mother sat beside him, staring at the floor, saying nothing. I chose David. We married at a courthouse with his parents and 2 friends. Not a single person from my family came. I became a ghost to them that day and stayed one for 12 years. I found the law firm's number and called. The attorney asked me to come in the next morning, said he had information that needed to be delivered in person. I spent that night convinced it was some kind of legal trap. David held my hand and said whatever it was, we'd handle it together. The next morning, I sat across from Mr. Brennan's desk and watched him open a folder with my name on it. The mortgage payment came from the estate of Richard Hoffman. He said, "Your father passed away 3 weeks ago." I couldn't move, couldn't process the words. He left specific instructions regarding the payment. It was to be made anonymously, with no contact information, and no expectation of any response from you. Mr. Brennan paused. He was very clear he wasn't asking for anything in return. My father was dead, 3 weeks in the ground, and no one told me. The funeral had already happened. Small service, family only. I wasn't on the list. He'd excluded me from his death the same way he'd excluded me from his life. I started to leave when Mr. Brennan stopped me. "There's one more thing. Your father left instructions that you should receive this." He placed a battered cardboard box on the desk. My name was written on top in my father's handwriting. I took it home without opening it. It sat on my counter for 2 days before I worked up the courage. The box was full of me. Newspaper clippings from every promotion I'd received, printed from websites and carefully cut out. Screenshots of my social media posts, hundreds of them, organized by year. My wedding announcement from the paper in David's parents' town. Photos from events someone must have posted online. 12 years of my life, collected and saved by a man who never once reached out. At the bottom was an envelope. Inside was a photograph of me as a little girl on my father's shoulders at some fair I barely remembered. On the back, in his handwriting, "I was wrong. I'm sorry." I couldn't say it out loud, but I couldn't stop being your father either. This is all I know how to give you. I hope it helps. I hope you're happy. I hope he's good to you. Dad, I cried harder than I did at my own wedding. For a man who couldn't apologize in life but spent 12 years collecting proof he never stopped caring. For conversations we never had and now never would. For pride that kept us both silent when a phone call could have changed everything. David found me on the kitchen floor surrounded by clippings and photographs. He sat down and held me while I grieved a man I'd already grieved a decade ago. The mortgage is paid off now. We own our home because a stubborn old man couldn't say sorry, but couldn't let his daughter struggle either. I framed that photograph from the fair. It sits on my mantle next to our wedding picture. Sometimes I look at it and I'm furious. Sometimes I miss him so much I can't breathe. Most of the time I wish he'd sent one clipping while he was alive. One envelope, one crack in the wall between us. But he gave what he could, the only way he knew how. I'm trying to let that be enough.